Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. We're checking out all of the new Phanteks stuff here at Computex Taipei 2023. Look at this, a grand entrance into the suite. We've got a bunch of new cases, some stuff you guys have been asking for in the comments. But before all that, let's get a few words from our Computex sponsors. Pretty standard by now, right? It's video number 8. You know how we do. Let's go.
Our Computex Taipei 2023 coverage is proudly brought to you by ASUS and ROG, the Republic of Gamers. You can find links to their products in the video description.
Phanteks has been listening to your feedback about the NV7, and the NV9 includes a couple new little things. And when you think about when the NV7 came out and the NV9's already here, these guys work quick. Okay, first of all, the big stuff. 420 everywhere. 420 the world. 420 up the top, side, bottom. That's the main thing, right? 140mm fans everywhere, right? Now, not only that, the RGB controller. A lot of people had concerns over not being able to control both of the lighting zones at the same time. So now there's an option to link all the zones into a single zone. So you just press one button and away you go. Phanteks has a philosophy that no software is the best software. I like this. No software is the best software. In the spirit of listening, Phanteks also addressed an issue with the NV7 that was coming up for a few people with the cable holder on the back here. Now, the big difference now is they've widened each of the cable channels and they've rounded out the edges of all of the clips so they don't split cables. That's a pretty quick turnaround. One of the things we've been covering a bit here at Computex is vertical GPU brackets, because these are things that you guys ask us to talk about. You guys always want to know what we use in builds, and Phanteks has a brand new vertical GPU bracket with something that I personally haven't seen yet, and it allows you... Oh, I have seen this, but it's not been done as cool. Hang on, my brain just remembered. Cooler Master's done this, but it's way worse. They've tried it. It's so much worse than this. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, sorry, I'm going completely off here, but I'm leaving this in. Cooler Master tried to do this, and it was terrible. It was such a bad implementation of it. I actually told Cooler Master that it was terrible. This is how you do an angled vertical GPU bracket. Not everyone wants to have an upright GPU, especially for custom water cooling. Check out this amazing build. Go back and show them, Claire. Go back, right? Without this vertical GPU bracket, this build wouldn't look as cool. I know we're focusing quite a lot on the NV9, but that is for a good reason. And the keen-eyed among you would have noticed something new. There's some new fans in here. These are the new D30 140mm fans. So we saw the D30 120s launch when the NV7 came out, but to fill out the NV9 with all of its 140mm goodness, there's a new fan. These will come in both a regular fan blade orientation and reverse pitch. I think we might have saved one of the best cases of Computex for last. This is the brand new Phanteks NV5. It's a smaller version of the NV7. Well, let's reword that. It's not the NV7 at all. It's a whole new case. It takes some of the design principles from the NV7 and makes it a much smaller case for people who don't want that NV7 behemoth sitting on their desk. And there's a lot of cases at the show that I've said could possibly be the best, but I think the NV5 might actually be the best. Here's why. The trend that we're seeing with all of these cases and the seamless glass, tick. This is a 2023 trend. This will continue forever. This has that. The NV7 actually started all of this, so yeah, check. We've got it. The next thing is the internal layout of the case. Now, the internal layout is... I'm not going to say it, because I know what you're going to say already. but it's not that at all. The power supply shroud has been moved to the bottom of the case rather than above the motherboard in the NV7, and that helps to reduce the size. This is a regular old mid-tower case, right? And if I'm being honest, it's not stuff that we haven't seen before, but it's not about that. The execution is what wins with this case. Allow me to explain. We have that standard side-mounted fan layout that we're seeing in all the cases. We've got 360 up the top, 120 at the back. We've got space for more fans down the bottom as well. So you can put a 120 down the bottom, blow it up, do whatever you like, jam that air in, and cool all of your hot components. I have no idea what I just said, but you know exactly what I mean. One of the things I asked about was whether or not that really nice vertical GPU bracket from the NV7 would be included with the NV5, and I'm happy to report, yes, it does come with that awesome vertical GPU bracket. It hasn't changed at all. It's exactly the same, and I can definitely get behind this. And actually, it's not for the reason you think. Okay, right, you can use this for a regular horizontally mounted GPU installation, but I found a way to make this work really, really nicely for the new thick 40 series cards that you want to mount it vertically. This can be lowered to a level where if you're vertically mounted, you can stop the GPU sag as well. So the fact that this is included, and from what I can see, it'll probably be able to go low down enough for that support as well. The last thing I wanted to show you guys was something I saw here in the suite, and it was this little LCD screen hiding on top of the PSU shroud on the NV5, and I was like, what is going on here? Phanteks has got a concept for a new screen they're looking at releasing in the near future. It's this tiny little 5-inch LCD panel with a 1440p resolution. It's got HDMI input, so you don't need any type of software, and it will allow you to put whatever the heck you want on it. It's just a little screen, but it's designed to fit perfectly onto the PSU shroud of the NV5. Not only that, the feet are going to be adjustable in a way to allow you to angle it and just put it anywhere, but that's not the only thing. The spacing for the feet here will allow you to mount it in the place of a 120mm fan, making this a super versatile little screen to put in any case. It doesn't even have to be a Phanteks case, and I know they prefer me to say putting it in a Phanteks case, but this alone could be absolutely game-changing for case modders, because in the past, most of the solutions are bespoke and custom. This is made for it. Very cool. And I like the fact that there's just no software either. No software is the best software. And that's it, ladies and gents. That's all I got to show you from the Phanteks suite here at Computex Taipei 2023. Stay tuned, because we've got the best cases and our case roundup for Computex 2023 coming really, really soon. But I'm out. This is the last thing we had to do here at Computex. So, from Claire and I to all of you out there, thank you very much for following us on our Computex 2023 journey. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you guys some of the best content I feel like we've ever made. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I am your extremely tired boy Nick with Gear Seekers who has no voice. You peak, we seek. See you next year. Yay!